Hey guys, welcome back to chapter 2 of I Thought It Was a Common Possession. The story begins with the female lead Edith getting out of her carriage. As she is remembering how, in every reincarnation villainous novel, there's always a crisis at the beginning. So today she told herself to not act like the original Edith. Edith was amazed of how big the mansion was. She said it almost looked like a palace. While her father and brother had other ideas, her brother said the mansion is still big and glamorous, and her father responded, "What's the point of only looking flashy on the outside? They're worthless with no substance." The butler welcomes into the mansion and expresses how the Duke and the Duchess are inside and have been waiting for their arrival. The butler will escort them to their place, and her brother and father look at her in a lovely expression, saying, "Of course, come on, my lovely Edith." Edith is quite shocked and bewildered at her father's attitude change and responds, "Yes, father," and follows him along. Edith reminds herself that it doesn't matter. It's not like they'll be staying in this house for long. Anyways, they're leaving in a week. The main stage of the original work is in the Duke's mansion. It's important to find a way to survive. Edith is starstruck at seeing the characters that she could only imagine from the novel in real life. The Duchess welcomes them and thanks them for coming and hopes that they're hungry because the meal will be ready soon. Edith is shocked about how handsome her future husband is. Edith is enjoying her food while being grateful for being isekai into a noble family. Edith's dad remarks, "A parent's heart is never at ease no matter what they send off their children with." Her father is wondering if Edith can have her own maids from their house, stating that the maids have been with them for so long and would understand Edith better than any new maids. The Duchess remarks that their maids are skillful and useful. Edith's father fires back with, "Did the Duchess not bring her own maids when she got married to the Duke?" Edith thinks that this request cannot be a request that they can deny because there's no valid reasons for them to say no. Edith asks the Duke to please forgive her father's request. He's only worried that she is inexperienced. Her father asks if she's crazy and how she is getting in the way instead of helping her. Edith asks her father if he didn't see the expression on the Duke's face after he asks for his request. Edith states that her heart was racing when she interjected into the conversation, and how the wedding was to erase any suspicions, and if they harbor any doubts, what good would that do? Edith states that going in alone would be better since their guards will be down. While Edith and her father are talking, her older brother is only thinking about the beautiful girl he saw at the dinner. She tells her father once they get to trust her, she will feign homesickness and asks if she can bring her own maids here. We are back at the wedding, and Edith thinks that now she doesn't have to go back to that house ever again. As the ring bearers walk down the aisle, Edith thinks of how cute they look. Edith sees her husband's expression and knows that his heart belongs to another. As her husband puts the ring on her finger, he avoids touching her. Edith thinks of how childish that is, how he dislikes to touch her. As Edith reaches out to go put the ring on his finger, he takes it and puts it on himself instead. The guests laugh and chuckle at the scene that they just saw. Edith thinks nothing's gonna change by his actions, and she doesn't want to push him to do anything he doesn't want to. As they walk down the aisle, Edith thinks that she can finally have a life of enjoyable hobbies and no fear of getting beaten by her father or brother. Edith can now relax after the wedding and say to herself she feels like she's living a new life after she changes from the tight wedding gown. She hears a knock and tells him to come in. She turns around and she sees Elise. Edith asks Elise what's the problem, and Elise answers, "There's something I must tell you." This is the end of chapter 2 of this manhwa. Hope you guys enjoyed.